Dark side collides inside you, run as fast as you can. Realize your dark side collides inside you, run as fast as you can, but you can't hide. Realize the dark side.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you're notified every time we upload new videos. Today's video, we want to tell you guys a little bit about what it's like to have COVID-19, coronavirus. Nicholas got sick first, so...
Yeah, so it's been about a week now since I got sick. So I got sick on last Saturday is when I first noticed it. Started off with being really fatigued, just feeling really crummy. I don't know. I just felt horrible. I felt super nauseated, had a headache, got a fever, and for me, I don't really get fevers. I usually have a really low body temperature. So with that fever, that's when I at first was kind of like, like something must be going on because I have a really low body temperature and fevers aren't something I usually get. So like I said, so the first symptoms is fatigue, nausea, a cough, a little cough, headaches. The headaches were probably the worst part for me. And then also that fever. And then later on that night is when I started getting really concerned due to the fact that my nose started burning, like that dry feeling when you like jump in water, and you get that burning feeling. It started burning like that. And at that point, I started not being able to smell, and then not being able to taste hit right after. So it was kind of came pretty quick. All this stuff hit me like a freight train. Like I was fine, and then woke up Saturday feeling kind of off, and before I knew it, I was just feeling horrible, and it was pretty miserable, honestly. I mean, it's worse than the flu symptoms that I would get when I get my yearly flu, like most people do, So at that point, we were actually upstairs, and I had tried to tell Angel, like, look, like, I can't smell or taste, and I think you thought I was maybe psyching myself out because the coronavirus is such a everyday thing now, and when the symptoms are not being able to smell or taste things. So me thinking like, okay, well, let's go get some vinegar, because I hate vinegar. Vinegar is like one of the worst things to me. Tried to smell vinegar, couldn't smell it. Got lemon juice, because I mean, if you can't taste lemon juice, something's going on, because that'll make anybody pucker up. But poured it in my mouth, and I poured a generous amount. It wasn't just like a little dab. Like, I filled my mouth up with lemon juice, could not taste it. And so I was kind of like, whoa, like something might be going on. So anyways, we ended up going downstairs a little bit later that night. And Angel came up with the bright idea of, let's try hot sauce. So sent Emma upstairs. She grabbed a little bottle of hot sauce, poured it into my mouth. And like I said, this is a generous amount. I poured it into my mouth. And the only thing that came out of that was my lips burning and my tongue burning a little bit. I could not taste anything. So at that point, I think that it's where Angel kind of was like, you probably should get tested. You probably should call your doctor. Yeah.
Negative.
Yeah. So we set up an appointment the next day with my doctor, or not the next day. I guess it would have been Monday is when I set up the appointment. And they sent me to get tests for the next day, and yeah, that's all she wrote. It was positive for COVID. And the weird thing though is that my first test, they did two tests for me. They did the rapid test, and then they did the state test, and the rapid test came back the following day and said negative. And then the day after that, I got called and said that my state test was positive. So I mean, that's pretty, I don't know, that's just weird. I know that I've seen things about the rapid test not being too accurate, but so those are my symptoms. That's what I felt. So like I said, everybody's different. Like what are some of the things you felt? You feel like when
I feel like I'm not as sick as you. Like,
yeah.
I feel like mine's kind of more like a cold. Like, it started out, like, with my glands, like, is that it?
Yeah, you're
Hurting right here. And then I remember I kind of felt, like, weird, like, I felt like groggy, kind of, like I just felt, like...
Fatigued.
No, not then I didn't.
No?
I just felt weird, like, it's a weird, like, foggy, groggy. And then my glands started hurting, and then my nose like started getting like a little bit runny, and then it started feeling like that burning feeling like when you have water go up your nose. And then I couldn't taste or smell or anything, and then I believed you.
Yeah.
But it kind of sucks because like at first I was like, oh, it's fine, like don't need my smell or taste, and now I kind of miss food.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like I eat good food, I can't even taste it.
Yeah.
And we've been taking Tyenol and vitamin C. Oh, I remember my first symptom. My mouth like broke out with like canker sores like everywhere, and it was so sore for like a couple days before I even started like showing other symptoms.
Yeah.
I had like 6 canker sores all over inside my mouth out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it hurt so bad. And I was using like some numbing medication for that. And then we were taking Mucinex too. I feel like the Mucinex does help a little bit. Like I feel a little bit, like I don't feel like better, like of course, but I feel a little bit better like every time I take it. And I could tell when it wears off, definitely. We've been using a cold mist humidifier because I did read that that can help. And that, then, what?
No, I was gonna say, and then also, the doctor did prescribe me an inhaler too, and we've both been using that because she has like sports-induced asthma as well. So he prescribed that, and we've been needing to do that because that's something we didn't talk about. The shortness of breath was a real thing too.
I still feel it. Like,
yeah.
It's not like, for me, it's not like the kind where you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't breathe though. It's more just kind of like, you just feel like you just walked up the stairs or something, like quite a bit, just kind of like.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it's like.
It's not like, but it's not like panicky, like type, like I can't breathe. Like it's just like it's just enough that you kind of notice that you're like, whoa, like I kind of feel like I'm like running out of breath a little bit.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, like so like that's exactly how it was. And like I said, this is just our experiences and our opinions. You know, everybody's going to be different. We just happen to have a few of the same symptoms from the same sickness, you know. But
like I didn't get a fever that I know of at all.
Yeah, so, and that's good too, because I feel like fevers are just, anybody that gets a fever, whether it be for something little or big, it just, fevers just make everything worse, it seems like, because...
And you would feel better when you would, like, take the Tyenol, and then your fever would break.
And then once my fever was there, that's when I felt the absolute worst. So I think that's maybe the reason why I knew that something different was going on.
Too.
Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing is I felt like I got hit by a train, like... It was horrible.
Is your fever.
Yeah.
And then nausea too. Like I started out like before I had like the loss of smell and stuff like that. I started out too like just kind of feeling like a little bit nauseous like here and there.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. So, yesterday I started to feel a little bit better, and then today it kind of hit me. Like when I woke up this morning, I had my headache. I still have had my headache all day.
I didn't get any headaches like at all whatsoever.
The weird thing for me is my nausea and like my dizziness. Like it's not going away. Like even right now where we're making this, I kind of feel like when I turn my head, it's kind of like, I don't know if you had that feeling before when it's like slow motion, like your head turns, but your head kind of feel like it's like slow. I don't know.
See, I haven't had dizziness either.
Yeah. See, and I have it, and that's the reason why today when I woke up, I was just like, uh-oh, I feel like I'm getting like sick again, like re-sick. So, we kind of just trying to be quarantine as much as we can. I mean, we have all of our kids, I'm pretty sure, they're all gonna go get tested on Monday, but as of right now, I'm pretty sure that they all have it.
They're doing good though.
They're doing good. So, me and Angel kind of got the worst end of it.
I feel like mine's not that bad though. I had like the loss of smell and taste, a little bit of nausea, the breathing kind of like you walk up the stairs, and I feel like really tired a lot, but and then the canker sores. I think the canker sores are probably like the worst part for me.
Yeah, I feel bad. I haven't really seen her in like that type of pain before.
I couldn't even eat.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was sad.
And then when I was able to almost eat, and then I like lose my taste and smell, and then there's no point in eating anymore.
Yeah, and so with the thing that's weird though is we've been trying to track down and figure out like where we could have got it from, because
everywhere we go, I usually wait in the car, and you go in and you wear a mask because it's mandatory in our city and whatnot, like everywhere you go. And the only places you've gone in public is like the store or gas station, and you've worn a mask every time.
Yeah,
so
it's just kind of weird. And that's one thing I want to say is that, like, if you ever do to get COVID-19, you test positive, don't stress yourself out trying to figure out what was going on. If you don't know anybody that had it directly that you contacted, that's one thing. Don't try and stress yourself out, because I've been running it through my head for the last week of like, where could I have got it from, and it's not worth the headache. Of course, you do want to let everybody that you did come in contact with know, just because it's not only the right thing to do, it's something that needs to be done, because if you give it to somebody and they take it back to their child, their family member, it doesn't even have to be a child, their family member that may have something wrong with their immune system, or they're older, like it could turn bad for some people. We are lucky that we are strong. It runs in our blood, I guess. I don't know. We just didn't get
so far
sick.
We've done good, but it's not over still.
Yeah.
So.
But so
I feel like I'm just so tired. Like
yeah.
Like I don't even seem enthusiastic, I don't think, because I just feel like fatigued. Like
yeah.
It's like I hate that feeling.
Hey, but the good thing is that now we just get to sit home and make some videos for you guys with each other.
I'm kind of hoping that that they find out that once you get it, like, you can't get it again or something. because if that's the case, then it's like, okay, like, we got it now, like, it's over and done with, like.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be like, okay, we got it, now we can get it again.
Yeah.
Especially Savannah with asthma.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good at all. I hope that, like you said, that if you get it, it's one and done. I mean, that's wishful thinking though, because there's going to be a different strand of it that comes out eventually, and so
I'm not sure like how I feel about the whole vaccine thing yet.
Yeah.
Like on getting it.
Yeah, I was prescribed the
hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, something like that. But I'm gonna hold off on taking it until I get to talk to my actual doctor, because I'm on other medications too, and
we're not telling other people not to take theirs either. So it's not medical advice. We're not doctors or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm just checking with my doctor to make sure that it's smart to take it with the medication I'm on. So, but I mean, if it's gonna make people better, then that's one thing, So, but yeah, so I mean, this is kind of just, like I said, this is just our take on everything. This is another reason why it took so long to put out our last videos, because we're having a hard time.
We were a lot worse than we are now.
Yeah, we're having a hard time filling up to being able to do that. I mean, because
and I feel like the breathing was like a little bit worse then too, like, because now I can kind of sit here and I can kind of feel like I breathe, but like I can breathe. But before, like, I would be sitting, like I wouldn't even have to like stand up or walk, and I just would feel like I just walked up a flight of stairs, like,
yeah,
even just sitting there.
yeah,
But it wasn't like, I don't know, it's just not like the panicky, like, you see all those people that get COVID and they're like, I can't breathe, like, it's so horrible, you know, like, I just don't feel like it was like that for me.
yeah.
Well, at
Same.
least so far. I don't know if it's any worse, but I mean, it was just like you walk upstairs and by the time you're at the top, you're just like,
Yeah.
like, that's about it.
Yep, exactly. Like, you randomly just be sitting here like we are now, and it would just hit you as if you walked up a flight of stairs.
Because I don't want to like scare people and then be like, oh my gosh, like, if you get it, you're not gonna be able to breathe. Because it's not like that at all. Like, I still feel like I could breathe, like, and I still do everything. Like, I've still been cleaning, like, sorting laundry, like, doing everything I always do.
Right.
It's just that I feel like I just walked upstairs or like
Yeah,
took
I mean,
a little jog and that's it.
Yeah, that's like a perfect explanation on how it feels for me too. So, but yeah, so just remember that if you do, just make sure that you have people that you can like let know that you have it. So if you do need anything, you don't have to worry about last minute scrambling trying to figure something out. If you have family members or you have friends, like, let them know. There's always a safe way to do everything, you know. They could drop stuff off for you if need be, but I don't know. Well, I was kind of like, oh, you know, I'm not going to get the coronavirus. I'm not around anybody, but hi.
Yeah, and I didn't think we were going to get it either.
Yeah.
And I start like I'll start like thinking that it's like gonna get bad or something, but then it doesn't either. Like, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, which is good. So hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully we took the blunt force and we're just.
I just hope that the kids like stay how they are, like,
now.
and that they don't like get like worse or anything like that.
Yeah, for sure. So I am gonna stop right there real quick and say, if you do enjoy I know this is totally off subject, but if you do enjoy our content, don't forget to like and subscribe, because we love making content. To me, it's fun. I wake up every day and I'm just like, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna make a video today? And Angel's like,
I usually
yeah.
do too. I'm just so fatigued.
Yeah.
Like,
And that. So we want to make the content for you guys, and we're gonna keep regardless whether.
even if you guys don't like it, we're still gonna make it. So
Yeah, I mean, we just have, instead of having to watch other people on the TV, we could just worry about my kids wanting to watch us, which I think is pretty cool.
I like watching
So,
us. So.
waking up to hearing your voice, kind of like, whoa, like, that's weird. I don't know, it's just weird, but
I think we're kind of funny. So
yeah, sometimes, especially off camera.
I am, but
Just don't argue with your wife, even though you know you're right. But anyways, so yeah, so that's just kind of our take on what we experienced.
we'll list like, even though it's not a lot, but we'll list the stuff that we use, like the Tyenol and all of that, and the brands, in case you do get it and you do want to try something that helped us, that might help you. I'm not saying that it will, but I mean, it's worth like trying. It worked for us, so in case you want that information, we'll put it in the description.
And so if there is anybody in our neighborhood that is watching, we do want to give a big shout out to you guys. We appreciate you. Thank you for the food. They reached out and wanted to give us food. They found out we were sick, so they made us some chicken noodle soup, some pasta salad, and some brownies. That pasta salad, I'm assuming it was pretty. That's what I was gonna say. I'm assuming it was pretty dank, but I mean, it had chicken in it. Like,
I mean, the kids liked it.
Yeah, so
and they're picky.
So thank you. I appreciate it. And then I guess the rest of the neighborhood are going to be throwing some stuff together for us. So I appreciate that as well. And we thank you guys all very much. So, but remember, stay safe out there.
And like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. And then turn on that post notification bell so you can see whenever we put out new content. And don't forget to wash your hands and cover your face and be safe, and tell somebody that you may not tell that's close to you enough that you love them. Just never know. I love you. And you guys have an amazing day, night, whatever it may be.